I'll take it from here, Miri. We aren't moving on just yet. Sorry for scaring you, and please don't mind my voice. It's still a little bit scratchy from whatever I have. Now, like Miri said, it was very hard to determine the results, and you all did an amazing job. It was extremely hard to pick just 4 people. I determined placements based on a number of things. Originality, creativity, the quality of the video, like editing, transitions, etc., and most importantly, the story itself. How much work and effort you put into it also played a big factor in this. So without further ado, let's look at one of the 3rd place winners, Broke Alien. Broke Alien's submission was a short video of a royalty AU, but with a little bit of a twist. Although it was short, for me it was emotional, and it was one that I couldn't forget. The character designs are great, the video overall had good quality, and it had a pretty decent story to it. Royalty AUs are pretty common, but I like the fact that this one's a tiny bit different from the rest of them. The ending was a little bit of a twist, which is always good when you have stories, but I had the concern that it was a little bit too much, especially since we didn't really have any real story backing up that part of it, like as to why Miri shot her mother that raised her to become a queen. Like, what was the initial reason that she did that? Was it because she was abused? Was it because she found out that she was adopted or really quote-unquote kidnapped? What was the initial reason? I thought that there were several gaps and pieces of the story that I either would want to know about or are crucial to the story in order for it to truly make sense. But overall, this is a really good submission, and thank you so much to you, Broke Alien, for submitting this. Congratulations. Now we have Maple Boo, our other 3rd place winner. Maple Boo's submission was a video that was over 1 minute and 20 seconds long, and it was a fighter/reborn AU. This combined kind of AU is less common, so this one drew my attention when I saw it. The character designs are good, the main characters was especially adorable. I loved the smooth animation throughout the entire thing. I liked the special effects and the attention to detail in the scenes, especially in the main character's room. I really liked that. And overall, it had a pretty interesting story. I also liked that it was like I was watching a little mini movie. Really, one of the things I would say is that the ending was kind of confusing. I would like to know more about the reincarnation and how Miri was reborn as, like, Miri. Like, why the main character chose to be that character instead of anything else in the world. Like, there is no actual explanation for it. There also isn't an explanation for the place that Miri gets reincarnated. Like, I would really like to know that too. And I'd really like to know how the heck the antagonist was able to kill Miri with a baseball bat without anybody noticing. Like, they were in the middle of nowhere. They were in public. That's one thing that just, like, baffles my brain. Overall, just some little gaps here and there in your story, but overall, it was a great submission. Thank you so much for participating, and congratulations, Maple Boo. What do you mean, you again? I am the creator after all. I can come and please whenever I want, Mary. Sheesh. Anyways, let's take a look at Miss Husky now, shall we? Miss Husky's submission was a short video, and it was another royal AU. But this was more of a witch living in a royal palace kind of AU. Miss Husky, I know you said that it was one of your first times doing something like this, and that you had no idea what you were doing, but it seemed like to me you knew exactly what you were doing. I absolutely loved the character designs, especially Miri's. I went back and rewatched the video just to see all the designs. The quality was great, and even though the video was short, it still gave a very vivid explanation of the story, and it even had other details, like about Miri's powers. I could tell you put a lot of work and effort into this. If I knew any better, I would have said that you just gave me a very quick recap of a mini-movie that you were going to do in the future or something. It's really hard to actually make short stories that are good as AU backstories, but you did just exactly that. Overall, this was a very solid story. Thank you so much for the submission, and thank you for participating. Congratulations, Miss Husky. What? You don't want me to exist? I kind of have to keep appearing. Also, I can't believe that you didn't recognize the Harry Potter reference, Miri. Shame on you. Anyways, it was very hard indeed to pick up first or even a second place while doing this entire thing. But I finally did manage to, and I would like to look at our first place now, which is Local Raccoon. Local Raccoon's submission was a Gacha Club music video, and Miri was a card master in this AU, which I gotta say, in my opinion, is pretty unique. The character designs were absolutely amazing. I gotta say, I don't know how many times I wish that I could steal that Manosia Miri's. It's just so adorable, I can't! And I also just love how you added YN into the whole story. Like, that just tied it all in for me. The quality was great, the editing was good, the transitions were good. And the story made 100% complete sense. It was unique, it was original, it had creativity. It was detailed, incredibly detailed, at least in my opinion. And it even had a cliffhanger, like it was the good kind of cliffhanger. After I watched the video, it left me with wanting more. But it was what was gonna happen next. I wanna know more. You tied it in, and you did an incredible job with it. The video itself was simple and tiny, but it was 100% mighty. I absolutely loved this. The number one thing that I was secretly looking for was details. Details, details, details. And you definitely brought that in as well. So that's what tied it in for me. You did an amazing job with it, and I just want to say congratulations and thank you so much for submitting this, Local Raccoon. I am going to need your offline OC code in the comments down below so I can eventually start working on the story or whatever I'm going to work on to put you in. Also, please let me know if you have any restrictions, like if there's a certain kind of like story or theme you don't want me to add you in case you wanted to share it on yours and you're like a family-friendly channel or whatever, just to make sure. I gotta admit, I'm very excited to start working on this once I have a bit of time. It's one of the things I love doing, is just making stories and backgrounds for characters and stuff. Once again, thank you so much to everybody that participated and submitted something. And if I do something like this in the future, I can't wait to see what y'all do. Please check out the wonderful creators and their AU stories in the description or comment down below. Probably the comments, probably pinned comment. Let me know if you do want me to do something like this in the future. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to do for future content, vice versa. And Mary, you can go ahead and end us off.